explaining the Iran-Iraq War from 1980 to 1988. In 1979, an Islamic revolution in Iran overthrew the Iranian government, and Ayatollah Khomeini was installed as the new supreme leader of Iran. Soon after becoming the leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini encouraged Shias inside of Iraq to rise up against the Ba'athist party headed by Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, however, wanted to make Iraq more powerful, and he wanted to take advantage of the current situation in Iran. A justification for war showed itself because there was an assassination attempt on the deputy prime minister of Iraq. Saddam Hussein would blame the Iranians for this and would invade in September of 1980. No one did anything about the invasion, though, as, in a weird situation, completely opposing sides such as the USSR and the US were agreeing on one thing, and that was the fact that Iran was bad. Because of this, Iraq would receive a lot of weapons and help during the war, while Iran would receive much less. Iran was not ready for an invasion, and its border cities were quickly captured. Iraq was also unprepared. Everyone was amazed when thousands of Iranians volunteered to become soldiers for the new revolutionary government. Iran was eventually able to reorganize and captured its border cities. Iraq was pushed back into their normal territories. Around this time, Saddam Hussein offered war reparations to end the war. Iran refused, however, and wanted to push into Iraq and install a Shia government. The Iranians tried attacking Basra, but with the help of chemical weapons, the Iraqis were able to push them away. Iran would then try invading throughout the entire Iraqi border. This failed, however, due to the fact that the Iraqis had entrenched themselves. The Iraqis would try to bomb Iranian cities in an attempt to lower morale. This would fail, and do exactly the opposite of what the Iraqis hoped it would do. Iraq would then start to chemical bomb villages throughout Iran. They would also begin to bomb Iranian oil tankers in an attempt to cripple Iran's economy. The Iranians would respond to this by blocking the Straits of Hormuz using their superior navy. After a few years of this blockade, this would get Western powers involved because they wanted that sweet, sweet oil. It became quite clear that the world was not going to allow Iran to win the war. Despite all of this, Iran would continue to refuse the UN's peace proposals. The war would continue until the Iraqis got their hands on some military equipment, which they would use to counterattack Iran. This counterattack, just like everything else in this war, would fail. Eventually, the two countries that were both tired of war and were put under pressure by the UN came to a peace treaty. In conclusion, the Iran-Iraq War was a long and costly stalemate which ended in the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. Thank you for watching this video on the Iran-Iraq War.